take your time and really be aware of the detail. The only way to know the mountain is to get up close and personal with the mountain, because not everything is going to be screaming for your attention. We're almost there. If you are lucky enough to be in Waterton end of May, beginning of June, when the glacier lilies are in full flower, there is no more beautiful place in the park than this meadow up here. The entire meadow becomes an ocean of glacier lilies, and they grow with the shooting stars, and the glacier lilies are yellow, and the shooting stars are lilac, and together they are everything that is good in the world. Oh, look at this. We have a snow star. We are long past the season for them. They look like snowflakes. It's a lovely thing. They're related to phlox. Lucky people. I've never seen that in flower at this time of the year, ever. The fact that it's untouched and it's untamed and it's the same as it was hundreds of thousands of years ago, I think it's the wildness that pulls people back. I think that's what it is.
And then as you go up, say, towards Cameron Lake, which is into the subalpine, you get quite a few different species there. Just stand quietly for a couple of minutes so we can listen to the birds. I think that was the two I saw flying. That's probably the mallards. So we come up to the net and we take the bird, out of the net. Sometimes they're a bit tangled, sometimes not. And then we put them into a cotton bag, and that often, quietens them where it's a little darker. So, there's an example. And you put them in there, and then, also it's a little warmer and drier.
Oh, wow. The elegant bird.
So yeah, this is the cedar waxwing.
Wow.
Okay, we'll let it go now. Okay.
Bye, guy. Oh.
Waterton has flowers that aren't found anywhere else in Alberta, and many of the flowers found nowhere else in the world. So what draws us here is really the flowers and the variety of colors that we see. Wind is quite a big issue, but light is another issue that we often have to deal with, bright light. We'll talk about that on the trail as well. Depth of field, where you have the background out of focus, the subject in focus. Perhaps composition, where the subject isn't dead center. So I wanted to capture the mountains in focus. Another one would be, again, in the scenery, with the mountains out of focus. When we're out on the trail, we'll work a bit on using depth of field to either have everything in focus or not in focus. Last one, where the mountains aren't quite in focus, but you certainly see the texture of the mountains behind.
I love it because it's a very compact little park. You can go a very short distance and see completely different geography, completely different plants and animals. I love the fact that the lake is here. If I squint, I can pretend I'm at the ocean, and I grew up on the coast. I love the fact that in my backyard I've had bears, sheep, deer, a fox, and when I'm mowing the lawn I have a whole contingent of bighorn sheep that supervise me. The people around here have been so welcoming to me. I've had the opportunity to do some house sitting in the area, and I find that the ranching community and the farming community have just been so kind and so welcoming, as has the community of Waterton. So between the people and the landscape and the wildlife and the wildflowers, it for me is just like a dream come true. I think it's a very special place.
Get closer, that's it. That's it. The famous Russell brothers.
Coffee.
Oh,
George Salt.
just standing there kind of holding everybody up while Grandpa takes a picture.